Hello guys, today's story is Creepypasta, and today we discuss how the famous people you see are not normal, the dangers they face, and the problems that are faced by them. I awoke to the sun shining through the slit in the curtains, and an odd feeling. When I sat up, I was struck with confusion. When I saw my surroundings, this wasn't my house. How did I end up passed out on the floor in someone else's house? Okay, think. What happened last night? I said, rubbing my head in what seemed like a futile effort to make the memory return. Just then, something clicked. The party, yes, the party. My friends and colleagues held a party in celebration of another successful book completed. Did I really drink that much? No, it wasn't that. For sure. I knew what a hangover felt like, and this feeling I knew wasn't that. Something didn't feel right. It was as if something was missing, but I just couldn't put my finger on it. I went to stand up and froze at what I saw next. I saw blood that smeared and stained the hardwood floor. I jolted my feet and searched my body for any cuts or scars. I found nothing. If I wasn't the one who had been hurt, then that meant that someone else was here with me, possibly bleeding to death. I shoved my hands in my pockets. Searching my pocket for the phone led to nothing. I looked around the room once more to see if there was a phone that I could use. I saw nothing. I explored my unfamiliar environment, only to find that there were no phones whatsoever in this house I was in. Maybe if I went outside and found the neighbors, they could help me. I looked outside and saw that I was in the middle of nowhere. I had no neighbors to call upon. This was bad, and I realized that. I had to find the other person and get out of there fast. I looked everywhere, opening door after door. I looked in bedrooms, bathrooms, upstairs. I called out to the person, hoping that they could yell back and I could pinpoint their location. But I heard nothing. Suddenly, out of the nothing, I heard a truck pull up outside. I ran down to the hall in a panic. I came face to face with yet another door. It was open, though, and I could only assume that at the time it led to the basement. I heard footsteps making their way to the front door. I entered and quickly made my way into the darkness. I tried to be as careful as I possibly could while descending the steps into the pitch black basement. As soon as my foot touched the floor, I heard the door upstairs open, then slam shut. Honey, I am home, and I've got a surprise for you, he shouted as I heard footsteps making their way to the basement. I stumbled around, trying to find a place to hide or something to hit him over the head. Just then, I tripped over something. I hit the ground, then started feeling around to see if I could figure out what it was. I grabbed a hold of something's foot. For a split second, I was relieved to have found the other person. It was still kind of dark, so I couldn't really see much, but I was able to make the shape of a girl sitting in a chair. Don't worry, I whispered. We'll get you out of here soon. Our captor was at the threshold of the basement. I turned around, looking for a place to hide, but something caught my eye. I saw the tools that was sprawled out on the top of a table. I scurried under the table and pressed myself tightly up against the wall. I saw Bat leaning against the side of the table. When he wasn't paying attention, that's when I'd make my move and get both of us out of here. He turned on the light when he hit the bottom step. The captor came into view. Well, the bottom half of him. He was wearing dress shoes and a tux. I saw the girl a little more clearly now. She was covered with scars. Her skin was a sickening tint of white from the amount of blood that she had lost yet. Isn't it beautiful? Well, it's not nearly as beautiful as you are, though. The unknown man grabbed a silky white dress over the girl and got down on the knee. The edge of the table was just barely covering his face. He took her hand and slid a ring on her finger. The way her arm dropped her side reminded me of a rag doll. I wondered how she could be so calm, so still in a situation like this. That is when I realized the grim fact that she was dead. I let out a gasp, then quickly covered my mouth in an effort to stop the noise. The man didn't seem to notice. You have made me a very happy man. You know that. I mean, we have had our moments, but I never stopped believing that we could be together someday. I listened closely to what he said. He sounded very familiar. Did I actually know this psycho from somewhere? He stood up and made his way toward the table. I slowly extended my head towards the bed. He snuffled through his tools for a second, and finally, what he was looking for he found. A book dropped to his side. My book it was. He turned around, gave the corpse a kiss on the cheek, and made his way towards the stairs. Now was my chance. Now I had the moment. I gripped the bat and shot out from under the table. When I was right behind him, I closed my eyes and swung as hard as I could. After a moment, I opened my eyes and saw him standing not there, but 3 inches from my face. I jolted back and fell. I closed my eyes back and started frantically swinging. Get the hell away from me! I kept waving the bat around, hoping that when I opened my eyes again, he could be lying face down. I stopped for a second and hesitantly opened my eyes. He was still standing, looking straight ahead at the body in the chair. How was he still standing? How could he not have noticed me, screaming and hitting him with a bat? I will let you get ready, he said, before turning around and making his way up the stairs. After seeing his face, it hit me. He was at the party. I could have sworn that I saw him at the party. He was one of the readers who bought my drink. Then, the rest is kind of fuzzy, but I vaguely recall him carrying me out to the truck. Then I was here, and he took the bat. And wait, bat? I got ready to sing again, only to find that I wasn't holding it. I looked back at the table, and there it was, propped up against the slide. But I could have sworn that I grabbed it. What the hell was going on here? Then I saw something that explained why I couldn't grab the bat, and the feeling that I had earlier. The feeling that something was missing. I soon realized that what was missing was a heartbeat. When I saw my body sitting in the chair with the forehead bashed in. If you liked today's story, make sure to like and subscribe with bell icon so you never miss any future updates. Until then, have a safe night and make sure you have locked your doors. Good night.